The moon is in Taurus right now. And of course, the moon loves Taurus. So you need to be loving and appreciating what you value, what you have to offer, and of course, your resources. The areas you have this at is going to be the areas where you need to start building, the areas where you need to be fixed, and of course, stuck to a bone like the oxtail bone. And these are the areas where you need to get practical. Also, you have North Node in Taurus, so that this is going to be towards your spiritual growth, your spiritual building. And of course, spirituality takes time, right? You got to take time on your spirit. Got to get taking time on your routine, what you got established, and of course, what you're trying to conquer. Also, you have Uranus in Taurus, so that needs you need to utilize a little bit of that rebellious, that uniqueness, that originality, and of course, the areas you have this at in your life is going to be the areas where you need to apply pressure. Feel me? You have a Taurus in your house, you have it in your placement, even if it's not there. Feel me? You have it there, and of course, you are all the planets, all in one. So the areas where you need to be focusing on is your growth, your building. Of course, these are the areas where you need to start waxing, start planting seeds, start trying to manifest towards what you're going on. You need to have patience in that area. Taurus hate being rushed. So wherever you got Taurus at in your house, you need to have patience, build that area. And of course, the seeds you planted when the moon was at Aries, that means you're going to have that spark, that push, that drive to focus on what you need to build on. And of course, when that moon get into Gemini, you'll be able to actually have something to communicate about, something to basically interact about. But right now, it's all about associating what you're trying to build and, of course, what you have to offer to the table. If you ain't got nothing to offer, then, of course, everything is inside of you. That's all you need to know. Now, if you have Taurus in the first house, this is the Taurus ascendant right here, see me? So what you need to be focusing on right now, you have, I believe you have Aquarius in the 10th house, if I ain't mistaken. So that's your career, that's your status. But the moon is in Taurus right now. The moon needs you to start focusing on your appearance, building on it, changing it up, and of course, having something to offer. Value yourself right now, feel me? If you ain't got nothing to value yourself now. What's going to oppose you and may throw you off, and you may have to change and oppose against your relationships, your partnership, or whatever you're relating to. Try to be selfish. For me, try not to give too much towards your relatability during this time, aka have some self-care right now. Today is Sunday. You need to be selfish right now. Now, if you have Taurus in the second house, feel me? You have Aquarius in the 11th house. So that means in this area right here, you need to be focusing on your second house, which is the moon is in Taurus for you right now. And of course, this is an Aries ascendant. So you need to be putting yourself, you're going to have trauma if you planted bad seeds when the moon is at Aries. But what you need to know right now, you need to be valuing what you have, your resources, what you're working on, valuing what you're building on, valuing what you're working on at this princesses. Of course, bring it together. Be patient in your areas. Be patient when it comes to equipment. Of course, you need to change yourself, come up with a new way of doing things. What's going to oppose you is your desire.